All right, this next is actually a group of dives, and I wanted to put these together just to keep it kind of simple. I don't want to, it almost seems like I'm complicating it, but you'll see there's kind of a reason why I'm doing this. This is the reverse dive and the back dive tuck, which ultimately, as I explained in the forward and inward, reverse and back dive tuck should, in some sense, be exactly the same in the execution. Jumping up straight, doing a nice tight tuck if this is the tuck dive, kicking up, and then pressing out and holding your form. Now, ultimately, I'm gonna give you some skills to practice. So the first one is a, oh yeah, and also we're going over the reverse dive straight. So it depends. If you're just learning the reverse, sometimes we like to do the reverse dive straight because it's only one step to think about. All you really gotta do is just jump and reach, right? It's all one motion. And then you just hold and hope for the best. So that's kind of what we like to do just for people to get the hang of it. But oftentimes it's best to do the reverse dive and back dive tuck from the end of the board at first. I'd recommend the back dive tuck before the reverse dive, but ultimately it's up to your choice. They're really similar in execution, but really it comes down to a few simple steps. And when you get these simple steps down, it's gonna be, again, very simple for you to do these dives. So one, for the, here, we'll start off with the mat drill. So we'll do a jump. We'll go over some of the tuck stuff before going into the pike and the straight stuff. So again, this video is gonna be a little bit longer, but not much. Okay, the first one is a mat drill. So we'll start off right here. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna jump, you're gonna tuck, pick up, press out. Common mistakes on this is that they don't get from here, the arms should be coming smooth into the tuck. And then again, at this point, it should be kick up and straighten out the hips. The common thing is people go like kind of like this. They never straighten out the hips. So this is a good opportunity to really practice kicking up and straightening out. So you don't have to think about it in the air because it's just so much of an unnecessary thing to have to think about. A couple things, this is a really important introduction to the kick, look, reach. You're gonna need this on all back and reverse dives. Especially in the tuck, all the optionals, you're gonna need to learn how to kick, look, and reach for the water. So what we like to do is we'll just sit on the mat and we're gonna go over some kick, look, reaches. So we're here, we're gonna do kick, look, reach. You should be able to do this really smooth and confidently. Kick, look, reach. No arch. Technically you can arch just by extending, getting the hips off the floor, kind of like we did earlier in the C-shape hold and then reaching through, because there does need to be a little bit of a C shape for the back entries. But ultimately, it's about pulling all these skills together. So make sure you're practicing each one of these skills 3 sets of 10, or for 3 minutes, 1 minute each set. Then we also have the dish hold. So again, that's simple. You're just gonna be right here, just holding and just going back and forth. You could do it for 30 seconds, just holding this skill. You could rock back and forth or just hold. So I want you to spend 3 minutes on that. 3 sets of 1 minute. That's probably gonna be pretty hard. So for this one, I'll go down to 30 seconds. So keep it a little bit easier for you. And then ultimately for the reverse dive straight, it's just one step, really do your full approach, jump and reach for that water. You're gonna see it. That's the best way that I have a lot of people learn their first reverse dive straight. It's just really simple, get the full approach. Once you could jump and reach back a little bit, then it's just about reaching really hard and actually looking for the water and dedicating. It's really as simple as that. If you can actually just dedicate to do the dive, you're gonna accomplish the dive, but you have to fully dedicate in your mind. No excuses, no distractions, you gotta really completely, fully dedicate to what it is that you're going to do. And the last one, which is a lot of fun, is for the reverse dive pike. It's really important to learn how to do, or the back dive pike, it's really important to learn how to do a teardrop, which is basically just jumping into the water and landing in the water on your butt with your feet in the air, and not like that, right here. So just like this. So you could do a forward jump into the water, jumping in, lifting your legs. And this teaches you how to bring your legs up and to create a little bit of rotation without rotating onto your back. So it really teaches you to stay balanced on the takeoff so you don't lose control of these dives and over rotate. But it also just sets you up for success. So going over these skills, make sure you go over each one of these for 3 minutes until you can do the back dive tuck, reverse dive tuck, also reverse dive pike, back dive pike, and reverse dive straight for at least 7s consistently. we're moving on to the next dive.